Hey, my flaves, it's your girl back again. So, y'all, I've been busy. I have baked a cake, which I will show y'all back here. My kitchen table is a little discombobulated right now, so please excuse that mess. But look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? That is a 7 Up pound cake. So I had an order for a 7 Up pound cake today, and then I have two more cakes I gotta make. But in between time, I took a break while the 7 Up cake was in the oven, and I probably should have kept going. So, and now I got to play catch up. So, I'm going to try and do one more cake tonight. And then tomorrow, I'll get up early and do the other cake. But anyhow, y'all saw the pasta salad I did earlier. So yeah. So now I'm working on, I had an order for some pimento cheese dip. And so if you don't know what pimento cheese dip is, that is a staple here in the South. It's basically just what it sounds like. Cheese and pimentos. People eat it on crackers, put it on sandwiches, people put it on their burgers, grilled cheese, whatever. So, but I do have a lady who ever so often she requests to order some pimento cheese. So that's what I'm making for her today. So in this bowl, I have a half a block, so 4 ounces of cream cheese, because it's not going to be a very big container of it. So a half a block of cream cheese. What else did I put in here? Oh, I put like maybe 3/4 to a cup of mayonnaise. I'm gonna say maybe 3/4 of a cup. I don't think it was a full cup of mayonnaise. And then I put a tablespoon of sour cream. So the sour cream is something that I do. Most recipes that I found do not have sour cream, but I like to put it in there just to give it a little, like a little zing, so to speak. So I do that, and then I have, got to be careful because the lid is not on here all the way. I have here a jar of diced pimentos because it's pimento cheese, right? And then I have some Colby Jack cheese. And then I have some sharp cheddar cheese. So that is also going in here as well. And then I have my seasonings. I have salt and pepper. And then I have my salt-free seasonings, the original seasoning blend. And then I have the garlic and herb. Let me turn it around so y'all can see it, which I know y'all have seen this 15 gazillion times because I use this. And I got my eggs sitting out because I'm getting ready to make my second cake. And then what else do I have? I have some parsley I'm going to put on top for garnish. I don't have any fresh, so I got to use what I got. And I got some, I don't know if I'm going to either put paprika on top or parsley. I don't know. Maybe a little bit of both. Who knows? But anyhow, so I'm going to get this mixed up because I'm not pulling out the stand or anything to put my phone on. So I'm doing this all by hand. So I'm holding the phone. So I need to get this mixed up, get my seasonings in. I would say for this small batch, I'm only going to do maybe like a half of a teaspoon of everything. And then you can taste it and see if you need to add like any more salt or anything. The cheese does have a lot of salt. So I'm not going to add salt right away because I like to put the cheese in there and kind of let it, all mix together and then taste it and see if I need salt at all. Because sometimes you don't need salt. Especially with the cheaper cheeses, like, this came from Aldi. So it may have a higher sodium content than if I use like Sargento or Kraft or something like that. But anyhow, I'm going to get this mixed up, get my seasonings put in, and then I will bring y'all back to show y'all the finished product. One moment. All right, y'all. So I got all of the cheese and seasonings mixed in. I'm gonna say as far as the cheese and like the pimentos, the shredded cheeses, you just gauge how much you want. Like if you want a lot of cheese in there or you want it to be more creamy, then use less cheese. If you want more cheese in there, you add more cheese. I say roughly for this batch that I'm doing, which I'm trying to fill up this bowl right here. So I would say for that, I probably did about close to 3/4 of a cup of both the shredded cheddar and the Colby Jack. And then for the pimentos, I did probably like 2 tablespoons of pimentos. Again, if you want more pimentos in there, you can add more pimentos. Or if you really don't care for the pimentos, you can omit them, or you can just put less. Like I said, the seasonings, I would say start off with maybe like a half a teaspoon of everything, and then taste it as you go. Like I said, the salt, I probably ended up adding like a half a teaspoon of salt. I kind of went heavy on my salt-free seasonings and the stuff. And I didn't have it out, but I also added some onion powder. So, you just kind of play it by ear, or play it by eye, I guess, sight by sight. What you feel like, if you don't care for garlic, then don't put garlic. If you don't want to put a lot of salt, then don't put salt, or put less salt. But like I said, the cheese has a lot of salt in it, as well as the cream cheese, so that's why I wasn't really trying to put a whole lot of salt. I did taste it, and it tastes really good, and I feel like once it sits overnight, it's going to taste even better. So I'm going to go ahead and get this transferred over into this container, and then I will be back. Hold the line, please. Okay, y'all, so I got it in the container. Excuse me, y'all, I'm trying to clean up my little mess here. As soon as I finish this, I'm moving on to the next task. So this is the finished product. I am going to, what did I do with my, hold on. Okay, so I am going to sprinkle a little parsley on there like that. And that's it, y'all. Homemade pimento cheese soup. Full of flavor. Y'all better have some. So once again, just remember, when life starts lifing, just add a little flavor to it. That's all you need. I was going to turn my camera around, but I can't get it to turn around, so it's all good. Gonna take this thumbnail. And I hate, it doesn't, like, it's actually got a little orange color to it, but you can't really see it on my phone. So it is, got that orange, color. I did the paprika that I put in there. I actually mixed it in to kind of help with that color. So it does have it. You just can't see it on the camera as well, but that's okay. It tastes good. That's the main thing. But yeah, so this is pimento cheese dip. I was about to say soup. Pimento cheese dip. Like I said, most people eat it with crackers. And some people eat it on a sandwich. I'm sorry, y'all thought that was a spot, but I guess it's just a dent in my table. Some people eat it on sandwiches. They like spread it like mayonnaise, or I've seen people make grilled cheese, like cook bacon and make like a grilled pimento cheese and bacon sandwich. I've never done that, but it looked good when they did it. I've seen people put it on burgers, different things like that. So yeah, try it out. And if it's something you've never had before, if you do like cheese dips, definitely try this one out. I make a lot of this around like Super Bowl, or like, sporting events like the Super Bowl final, NBA finals, World Series. People, oftentimes this is one of the things that they request, or New Year's Day when people just want to do like appetizers. Even like baby showers, this would be a good like menu item for like baby showers and things like that. But anyhow, y'all give it a try. Let me know how you like it. Y'all take care. Have a good night. Bye-bye.